It is time to go racing for the 2017 VRC World Championship for 10 scale short course trucks 13.5. Getting set to go, the tone sounds. We are off and underway here in this one. Looks like a pretty clean start so far. Out front, your TQ. That's going to be Pasa out front in that purple truck, but Tom Rinderneck now. The number 3 truck working his way from third on the grid up into the number 1 spot now. The young Team Associated driver in the blue truck leading the way here in this one on lap number 1 as they come racing down the front stretch. Tom Rinderneck going to be out front. Jordan Lott works his way up to the number 2 spot now. Joan Espasa in the number 3 spot. Good battle for second and third here early on lap number 1 in this one. Tom Rinderneck out front leading the way. And a freight train of trucks working their way through that center section right now as Rinderneck leading them out. Jordan Lott in the number 2 spot. And now Espasa, your top qualifier, dropping further and further back here in this one as he's back in the number 4 spot now. Looks like Gaten Anger going to be jumping up to the number 3 spot as he chases down Jordan Lott. A little mistake there for Lott. A battle of the 2 white trucks on the back section. Tom Rinderneck trying to stretch out his lead just a bit here in this one. A good battle right now between Jordan Lott and Gaten Anger as they come back around to the front side now. Gaten Anger up to the number 2 spot. Jordan Lott drops to third. Up and over the step up they go. Onto that right-hand side. Tom Rinderneck out front leading the way. Anger in that number 2 spot. Oh, little mistake there for Rinderneck. Here comes Gaten Anger. Anger started 5th on the grid, but he is turning up the heat here in the A main. Dives to the inside on Rinderneck. Rinderneck gets the drive from the outside through the double-double section once again. As they're banging fenders here in this one, back and forth through the chicane section. Rinderneck goes a bit wide. Anger taking over the top spot now as they drive into that back section. Anger with the inside line takes over the lead now. So Gaten Anger now your leader. Tom Rinderneck dropping back to the number 2 spot. They've got Jordan Lott in the 3, Espasa in the 4. Coming back around onto that slick front straightaway. Down the front stretch, and Tom Rinderneck, whoa! What a save for Tom Rinderneck right there. These 13.5 trucks, it's risky, but it's a fast line if those drivers can hit the big air line on the front straight. Rinderneck went for it, came up a bit short. Meanwhile, Gaten Anger starting to stretch it out a bit now. An impressive run early on here in this one for Gaten Anger, but still a lot of racing left to go. We'll see if he can stay on top of the field here in this one. Tom Rinderneck dropping 0.2 of a second back from him right now. Jordan Lott in the 3, Espasa in the 4, and Warren Jones round out the top 5. Look at this battle now. Espasa side by side with Rinderneck, and they got Jordan Lott right there with him. 3 wide coming off the back section. Onto the left-hand side they go. Rinderneck in the number 2 spot. Espasa looking for the outside line, sets him up, backs to the inside. Down the front stretch, Espasa goes for the big air there. He moves into that number 2 spot now. Rinderneck dropping back to third. Rinderneck looking for the inside line on him. Not able to quite make the pass here on this one. Coming back up and over the double they go into the center section. They're trying to close the gap up on your leader, Gaten Anger right now. Espasa the number 2 spot, Rinderneck in the 3, Lott in the 4, Jones in the 5. You see Jones there trailing in just a bit back. There's Warren Jones right there in the gray and white truck in that number 5 spot. Back to that battle now between Rinderneck and Jordan Lott. That's for 3rd and 4th, the final podium spot here for the 13.5 short course trucks. VRC World Championship at Buggyland. Onto the left-hand side, once again, top 4 drivers all right there together as they come down the front stretch. Up and over the double-doubles they go, up and over the step-up now. Oh, little mistake there for Jordan Lott. Lott catches that inside pipe, spins him out. Let's take a slow-mo replay here as he comes up and over the step-up, and as you can see, gets a little bit squirrely cut on the backside. Spins him back around, but luckily had no turn marshals involved in that one, so didn't lose a terrible amount of time and still a lot of racing left to go. We'll see if Lott can work his way back up into the running here in this one. Meanwhile, Joan Espasa, your top qualifier in that purple truck, purple wheels. And, oh, big crash for Rinderneck. Rinderneck in the blue truck, making a big mistake there. Bouncing his way onto the back straight. He lost 2 positions on that one. That allowed Jordan Lott and Warren Jones to go on by. So Tom Rinderneck making a bit of a mistake through that tricky chicane through the center section. Here comes Rinderneck now up and over the step up as he works his way onto the right-hand side. 3 wide once again. Some great racing here for 13.5 short course. Onto the right side they go. Back to the front now. Gaten Anger out front leading the way here in this one through the double-double section. Espasa still in the number 2 spot. Warren Jones has worked his way into 3rd. Lott in 4th. Rinderneck in 5th. As they come back around right now, Rinderneck out front early on, but Gaten Anger took over the lead. Espasa had a bit of a rough start. He has worked his way back up into 2nd now, and he's got his sights set on the lead. He was your top qualifier after qualifying here at Buggyland. And he's looking for a world championship title. However, Anger trying to do everything in his power to not make that happen for Espasa and make it happen for himself instead. Onto the back side of the track they go. Coming back around right now, Espasa looking for the inside line on him. Not quite close enough to make a pass. pretty even pace between these two drivers. Espasa's fast lap right now, 41.7. Work their way back through that center section. Onto the left-hand side. Espasa looking for the inside. Not quite close enough. Anger closing the door on him. These spec trucks going a little bit wider than we'll see with our mod and open class trucks. Make that big double through that center section. Espasa now really putting the heat on your leader on the double section on the left-hand side. Coming back around to the front now. Espasa going for the big jump there. Comes up a bit. Whoa! What a save right there for Espasa. Hit the face of that jump and threw it up in an air wheelie. Was able to bring it back down on all fours and kept it rolling. And dives to the inside now. Espasa side by side with Anger. Looking for the move now. Through the double section they go. Espasa's got him set up to the inside. Anger goes a bit wide. Espasa now back to the front. Your top qualifier leading the way here in this one once again. Up and over the double they go through the chicane on the backside. Anger drops back to second now. Espasa trying to put a couple car links between Anger. As they come back onto the left-hand side now, Anger looking for that inside. Not quite close enough to Espasa to make a pass. Through the double single on the left-hand side. Espasa goes a bit wide. Here comes Anger up the inside. Both drivers bouncing their way into that tabletop section. Up and over the step-up they go. Espasa goes a bit wide once again. Anger, he has latched onto Espasa right now, looking to get by. Up and over the double again. Past the halfway mark here in this one. It's anybody's race at this point as they work their way back on the rhythm section. They've got 2.2 seconds on Jordan Lott in the number 3 spot. Tom Rinderneck still battling with him for that number 3 and 4 spot. Warren Jones still rounding out your top 5 here in this one. And look at Anger to the inside. Anger makes the move but goes a bit wide in the corner. Espasa takes the pass right back. Anger with a beautiful pass. Mercs his way back up to the way number 1 spot. Up and over the double single on the left-hand side. Coming back down the front stretch now. And Espasa goes for the big double. Comes up a bit short. However, that was still just enough to put him out front. Once again, Espasa taking over the number 1 spot. Anger in that number 2 spot as they work their way over the double. Coming back into the infield section. Now time is winding down here in this one. 3 minutes left to go. Into the center section right now. Gaten Anger out front. Espasa in the number 2 spot. Tom Rinderneck has worked his way back into 3rd now. Rinderneck started 3rd on the grid. He's sitting 3rd right now. Espasa, your top qualifier, started 1st, is sitting 2nd. But Gaten Anger started 5th on the grid and has worked his way up to the number 1 spot. Looking at a potential World Championship win here for the VRC Worlds 2017. Here's Tom Rinderneck, our early leader in this one, in that blue truck. Ooh, going for the big double once again. Tom Rinderneck, that wide open style. Onto the right-hand side he goes, trying to close the gap up right now on Jordan Lott. Jordan Lott gets back. Oh, a mistake there for Jordan Lott. Tom Rinderneck goes by now. So Rinderneck had dropped back to the number 4 spot. Lott back up into 3rd. And then Lott makes the mistake on the double. And Rinderneck back to 3rd. These drivers going back and forth. Rinderneck goes wide there. Take a look here. Rinderneck, what a save. Wow. Brushes that outside pipe with the rear end of that truck. Lucky save right there for Rinderneck. Some quick thinking. And some good driving. Gaten Anger out front, still leading the way right now. He's got half a second now over Espasa, so starting to stretch out his lead a bit. Less than 2 minutes left to go here in this one. Onto the back side of the track they go. They drop down, up to the big step up. As you can see, Anger right now out front leading the way. There's Warren Jones rounding out in our top 5 right now. Jones in and out of the running here in this one. The gray, black, and white truck as he works his way through the center section now. Ooh, nice tight line right there for Warren Jones. As we're looking at the rest of the field working their way around right now, there's Robert Hillman. Hillman started the number 6 spot. He's sitting in 7th right now. A lonely 7th right now for Hillman. He's got nobody real close in front of him, real close behind him either. Hillman, the yellow-black truck, working his... Ooh, a little bit of a mistake. Whoa, hang on to it, Robert. And he saves it. What a save right there for Hillman. Got a little bit squirrely coming through the chicane section there. Meanwhile, Anger still going to be out front. Espasa now 1.1 second back. Here's your leader right now, coming on to the right-hand side. Less than a minute to go now in this one. Gaten Anger is looking at a World Championship win if he can hang on to this one for less than 50 seconds. On to the left-hand side he goes. There's Espasa. Espasa pushed. Oh, Espasa makes a mistake now. Tom Rinderneck at the number 3 spot. He's got pressure coming on behind him from Jordan Lott. Lott wants a podium spot. Lott makes a mistake now. 30 seconds left to go. The pressure is on. These drivers are feeling it. Espasa making a bit of a mistake, gives your leader some breathing room. Rinderneck has closed the gap up on him now. 30 seconds to go, and your leader, Anger, down the front stretch. Onto the right-hand side he goes. He drops down, up and over the step-up. Gaten Anger, a solid run here in this one. I got to be honest with you, starting 5th on the grid, I did not see Anger being in the running for the World Championship title here in this one, but he proved me wrong as he is out front, leading the way. 5 seconds left on that master clock. This is going to be his final lap right now. Half a lap to go. Time has expired. All Anger's got to do is make it around this left-hand side and cross that line, and he is your 2017 VRC Spec Short Course World Champion. Coming around on the front side, Gaten Anger with the win. Pasa coming around in the number 2 spot, and Tom Renderneck rounding out your top 3.